It's been a wonderful season, and we end it here in beautiful Abu Dhabi under the lights. Yergos is starting on pole position, 2 races in a row. He got pole in Hungary, didn't win that race. Melvin won that race to take the lead of the championship by 13 points. So Melvin leads going into Abu Dhabi, and there's contact, and there's more contact. And even before the races even started, people are off and are getting disqualified, and back to the grid they go. As there's a lot of contact, and that's Alfie who has spun and hit the barrier, and that's very surprising. Everybody's lined up. We wait for the lights to go on for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. There they are. And for the final time, it's lights out, and away we go. And Yergos gets away well. He covers up Melvin into turn one, and it's a good start from him. Everybody down behind, and there's contact, and there's huge contact, and there's a racing point off, and he's hit the barrier. And I don't think he's out of the race, but he's certainly got damage to that front wing, and there's multiple cars off. And this is a crazy start in the first lap, and there's more cars off as the Renault goes off into the chicane. And there's more contact as there's side-by-side moment. And the burning flame gets pushed out onto the off the track. And the Renault's been half spun, sort of. And he's past burning flame. What a wild start we're having in Abu Dhabi. Down the straight we go. And the Mercedes blast past both cars as he's going, trying to go side-by-side, trying to go around the outside of the Renault now. And I think that he will as Jade tries to go around the outside, but there's contact. And this is such a crazy first lap of the race as we had cars off galore in the first sectors. I'm surprised that we don't have a virtual safety car or a full safety car, as this is absolutely wild in the final race. We look to the Renault as he goes quite far off the track. We have yellow flags in Sector 3, and that's a full safety car. So I wonder if someone's gone off. And yes, somebody has gone off, and it's the Mercedes of Jay, and he's out of the race. Around the final corner now. The safety car's gone, the light's gone green, and everybody gets away. And Yergos gets a good start as he keeps his lead into turn one as the Racing Point tries to get past a couple more cars. And Yergos is still in the lead from Dennis at the moment as we ride on board with the Ferrari as there's contact and between the Renault and Racing Point as there's contact and down in the hairpin, and there's more contact, and there's two cars around in the Racing Point, and Alfa Romeo are spun around into the hairpin, and this is a crazy restart as the McLaren hits the Ferrari, trying to go for an overtake. We run on board with the McLaren, trying to go around the outside of Alfie into the braking zone. Alfie kind of pushes the McLaren a little bit wide. We have yellow flags, but I think that should clear pretty soon, and it's the Alfa Romeo as he's been spun around coming out of the hairpin. We ride on board with the Ferrari, closing up to Samuel. Alfie closing up to Samuel. Samuel getting all over on the curbs, and he's spun around and he's hit the barrier, and that's a huge crash. And that means that your Season 1 world champion is Melvin, because the only man that could deny him of the world championship is out of the race as he got all out of shape on the curbs and spun around and absolutely whacked that barrier, and he is out of the race. Going through the hairpin now. Oh, he gets tapped in the rear by the Ferrari, and Alfie pushes him round. And Melvin, the world championship in Season 1, has been spun around, and he's hit the barrier after contact with Alfie. But he's still in the race, and that's what really matters. We ride on board with the Ferrari, trying to go around the outside, and he dances around the outside of the Racing Point of Nick. And that's a great overtake for Alfie. We ride on board with the Alfa Romeo of Burning Flame, trying to get past Nick as he goes and flies past him with DRS. And that was a very easy overtake for him. Down the straight we go, and this should be a decently good battle as the Alfa Tauri and Alfa Romeo are going side by side, but in the end, Burning Flame just stays ahead because he got the better line. The Renault, here comes Yergos, flies past, absolutely flies past the Alfa Romeo, and up into second place once again. We have yellow flags behind, and he goes off the track quite a lot, and that really allows the Haas to try to get past him, and the Haas has to stay behind, but Alfie is out of the race, and you saw him on the side of the track, and he is out of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Running board with the... Oh, no! The Racing Points got spun around and spun out, and that's Nick, and he spun around just coming into the chicane, and he spun around again coming out of the exit of the hairpin, and he's hit the barrier as well for good measure. He hits that polystyrene... No, not the polystyrene, the Tech Pro barriers, and he's spun around yet again. And what's going on with Nick at the moment? As he's spinning galore, and he can't seem to get traction on those medium compact tires, as he's still losing the rear end in first gear and second gear, and he's trying to slow, but he's spun around, and he's across the grass now, and he's dropping like a sack of bricks. He's down to 10th place. If the race finished like this, he would only get 1 point towards the championship, so that really won't help him, as he's still struggling to get back onto the circuit in a straight line, as he spins yet again, and across the grass he goes, and he's still dropping time, and he's down to 10th place at the moment in the Racing Point, and he's probably just going to try to slow down and try to just get traction, as he's really spinning it round in through the braking zone, and he's gone off, and he's hit the barrier. And I think that might have been on purpose, just to try to end his misery, because he's down in 11th place at the moment. Nick has hit the barrier once more, and I don't understand what's going on at the moment with his car or with his tires, but he's really losing the rear end, and that might have been on purpose to try to just end his misery, as he's still spinning it round. We have yellow flags, but that's for Nick, as he's bouncing over the curbs and finally rejoining the track, as his teammate flies past him, as Nick is just absolutely struggling, but he's finally got it in a straight line, and I think that he's finally back to racing speed, and hopefully doesn't have too much marbles on his tires, or else he won't be able to stop for the next corner, and he understeers straight out the track, and almost in unison with what I said, he goes straight out the track, and he's back in front of his teammate, but by completely going across the track, he gains a 10-second time penalty. Oh, and across the track, and he's hit the barrier, and that's a huge crash for Nick, and I think that was on purpose, because we've seen him hit the barrier on purpose before earlier in this race, and he's hit the barrier once again. The man who took pole is coming around the final sector now. Yaraghost, he's led almost every lap. He's coming around the penultimate corner now, from pole to victory, across the line. Yaraghost, it's fireworks and flames for Yaraghost as he wins the final race of Season 1, and you bet your bottom dollar that he will be fighting for the championship next year, as Yaraghost takes victory in Abu Dhabi. He takes victory under the floodlights. My oh my, what a race, and what a championship. Season 1 comes to a close with Yaraghost on the top step of the podium, but Melvin winning the World Drivers' Championship, 2 Dutchmen on the podium. Yaraghost ends the season very strong with the fastest lap and the victory. He goes from pole to victory. Christos is in second for AlphaTauri. Then comes Melvin, your World Championship winner. Burning Flame finishes at a solid P4. Then comes Hexus Warrior. Then Dennis, Midoger, then S37.